Hi, I guess we're here live. Good morning. It's bright and early. I know that for all you the um, on the West Coast here. It's nice and bright and early, 5:45 a.m. I hope I have some of you from the East Coast too that have been up for a little while longer and maybe are a little bit more awake. But I've got my coffee here, my first cup of coffee. I'm actually trying to limit my coffee today. It's been a long week with some late nights at work, and I'm running a half marathon Sunday, so trying to drink a lot of water and less coffee. So anyway, I'm just gonna get started. I'm gonna look forward to these Friday mornings and getting a chance to talk with you and just chat about all things fitness health that might be impacting you right now. I would love to hear from you on questions you have or things you want to hear about, and just want to talk to you about how things are going for me and just get to know each other better. So, I wanted to start today by just introducing myself a little bit more, explaining where I've been with some of my fitness and health issues and struggles and where I am now, and just, just chat with you. So, when I was younger, I was pretty active. I played soccer growing up in middle school and high school. I did some cross country and track. Um, and like I said, I was a pretty active person. Um, didn't eat the best. We did a lot of, but when I was younger, and there wasn't as much of a focus, I don't think, on clean eating and eating better. So there's a lot more processed foods. It felt like, um, you know, we ate McDonald's a lot of Big Macs when I was a kid. But also, we did have a lot of home cooked meals. My mom was, liked to make home cooked meals. So we did have a lot of home cooked meals. Don't get me wrong. We didn't like live at McDonald's. But I was, an active kid. And then when I went to college, I tried to stay pretty active too. I, um, worked out here and there, and did the college stuff. I ate like crap, drank. It was, not the healthiest of things probably, but it was after college that I started just eating worse and not working out. Got married and just ate a lot of, convenience food, a lot of frozen food. Um, didn't really cook dinner that much, and then I got pregnant, and in 2005 I had my daughter, and I had gestational diabetes with her, and so I had to spend the second part of my pregnancy checking checking blood sugar and focusing on my carb levels and what I was eating, and that was tough. That was a little eye opening for me that I was having to do that. But then afterwards, it wasn't right away that I realized I've got to make changes to what I'm doing in order to stay healthy and to be around and be a healthy person. So the first year of her life, I felt like I was nursing, and so I think I felt I had to eat for two, and so I did try to eat for two, and so it was around her first birthday that I got to the point where I started realizing that having the gestational diabetes put me at a higher risk, and that I wasn't living the life I wanted to live. I wasn't happy. I wasn't comfortable with myself, and so it just kind of started slowly. I just started trying to eat a little bit better. I quit eating those 7 layer bars. I used to eat one like almost every day from the coffee shop across the street, and so I slowly stopped eating those, and then kind of started walking here and there, joined the gym, went off and on, but not very much. Um, didn't really have a lot of motivation to do anything, but I kept telling myself I needed to, but I didn't really have the motivation to, I guess, stick with it. And then I decided we moved, and I started up with the popular weight loss program, and slowly started to see the pounds go. And that was just based on what I was eating. I was started trying to work out a little bit, but not a lot. I started running a little bit again at that point, but not until I started losing some weight to where I had this feeling that it's like I had to lose the weight before I could exercise. I don't know why, but that's just kind of like one of the feelings I had. And so I, at that point, then I lost most of the weight and got to what my goal was at that point. And, but I still didn't feel great. I still, just felt a little down. And, it was, I think when I started, I found a little gym to work out at and worked out with a trainer. And she really got me to focus on my eating and eating good stuff that's going to fuel my body. I started cooking dinner all the time. I quit buying, the frozen meals for my lunch at work. My lunch at work was leftovers from home. I was trying really hard to just make real food and eat real food, and not eat a lot of processed food and frozen food and boxed food. And so that I started to see a difference, but I was still, you know, I was feeling better. I was putting on muscle. I was realizing, that I loved lifting weights. I think that's something I just like, is having weight training involved in my program. And we moved to California about just over 2 years ago, and I had to leave that gym. I joined a big corporate gym here, and it just wasn't the same. And last March, we had some stuff happen and some big changes in my life. And I knew at that point that I had to have something. I started realizing how much exercise did for me, like just mentally. I was realizing that when I exercised and when I worked out, I was a better mom and I was a better wife, and I just felt better. And so I knew at that point that I had to have exercise in my life to help me deal with some of the stresses and the anxiety and the events happening at that time for me. So I started that's when I first started drinking Shakeology and doing the 21 Day Fix. But having that exercise back in my life again and really, really focusing on clean eating, it's just made me feel so much better. I also quit drinking at that time, and I know that made a big difference in how I was feeling too. And I've had a lot more focus too on reading some personal development books. I have enjoyed finding new books to read, and some of these books have just made me they're eye-opening. And I love Brene Brown right now. I don't know if any of you have read or listened to Brene Brown, but I highly encourage finding some of her books. I enjoyed listening to her on Audible, and her personality is just, total woman crush. I would love to meet her someday. So it's a little bit about just, kind of the short version of the journey I've taken to get to where I am now. And along the way, I decided to make a business out of what I was doing, and started really loving the fitness stuff and realizing that I wanted that more in my life, not just for myself, but I wanted it to help others. I wanted to be able to help others. And so I decided to be a coach, and that's hard. Being an entrepreneur and trying to do your own business is not easy. It's not just a cakewalk. You probably see your friends doing all kinds of business things that they post on Facebook. And I'm telling you, you should appreciate those people and what they're trying to do, because they are trying to do something and share something that they love and they enjoy with their friends, and they're probably putting in late nights and working hard behind the scenes to do that. And so making that choice is a big step for somebody. And I know for me, there's been very frustrating times in figuring out a schedule for me and my family so that I can put that time and energy into what I want to be doing. And so it's been a little frustrating at times to do that, but it's something that I love and I have found such a passion for lately that, to me, it's worth a little struggle here and there to be able to do that. And I looked at other opportunities as far as maybe teaching classes, or even, I've thought about even getting certified as a personal trainer maybe, and trying to do that like on weekends and evenings and stuff around my other job. So it's something that it's really become a passion and something that I love and enjoy. And so yeah, so feel free to post questions you have even after I'm not live anymore. I'd love to answer any questions. I love to research stuff if I don't know the answers. I got my undergraduate degree in athletic training, so I took some nutrition classes there, and I've learned some stuff over the years too since school about different fitness, things and health things. So, but please ask questions. I want to be a resource. I want to help. I want to help you and answer your questions. So today, other than just introducing yourself, I thought I would talk a little bit about, because I'm getting up close to running on Sunday, talk a little bit about some nutrition that I have found works for me in getting ready for a race. So I ran my first half marathon in May, and I love it. I think I'm addicted. I'm contemplating my first full marathon, so we'll just see. We'll see if I do it. I'm looking at doing one in December. And so for me, what I have found, my go-to meal for a race day in the morning is oatmeal and banana. And so that's what I always do on my long run days. Is I get up 2 hours before I'm supposed to run, and I make oatmeal and a banana, and I drink a big thing of water, and then I don't eat anything else between that and when I run, and I stop drinking my water about 45 minutes to an hour before I'm going to start running. And that's also because some places that I'm going, there might not be restrooms or something, so that's why I stop. But I run with water, with a small water bottle too. So that's what I do before I run, and then I like to use the Stingers as my gel when I'm running. And then just recently, one of somebody I run with introduced me to these little new Cliff Energy things that are actually like mushed up fruit and stuff. So it's real food, and so I've tried that for a long run a couple weeks ago, and they also make some oatmeal pouches. So this Sunday I have to get up and be at one of our BART stations to catch a bus at 4 o'clock in the morning to get into San Francisco for the race. So I'm gonna, I think, do one of those oatmeal packs that I'm gonna take with me and try something a little different. I'm a little not sure about it, but I also don't want to get up at 2:30 to make breakfast. So, and I know that that's going to be more than 2 hours because then I don't run until 8:30. And so it's it's going to be hard to figure out what to eat. So these pouches I can at least take with me. I can eat the oatmeal. It's got oatmeal and banana in it, so I can eat that even on the bus or when I get to the city before my race, because then I have to take another bus to the starting line from the finish line. So and then I'll have my Stingers, and then they also the other packs other than the oatmeal ones. So I got some that are banana, coconut, mango, and so I'm gonna try one of those mid-race, but also have my Stingers with me for that. And so that's a little bit of the nutrition that I follow when I'm getting ready. I haven't been one to have this huge spaghetti dinner so far, like the night before I run. When I did my first half marathon, we had a dinner for us because I was part of team in training, so they had spaghetti. But um, I haven't been one that's like needs to just totally just fill up on a plate full of spaghetti the night before a race. So I don't know what I'm gonna eat at Saturday night. So that's not something. But I try very hard. Like I've been just filling up on water this week because it's been triple digits here all week. It'll be a little bit more comfortable in the city on Sunday. But it's going to be warm, and so I've been filling up on water, and especially today, I'm going to be very focused on what I'm eating because it's not as much what I eat the night before that's going to fuel me, but what I've eaten. And so if I eat something today or in the morning tomorrow that doesn't agree with me, or that fills me up and kind of weighs me down, then that's what I'm going to notice on Sunday. And so today and tomorrow, I'm going to be really focused, making sure I'm getting, you know, all the carbs, proteins, everything that I need to help me on Sunday morning. So that's a little bit about my nutrition leading into a race and what I do race morning and what I do for the mornings on my long runs. After I run, I will eat just whatever is there and available. I always try to get in some good protein and carbs right after my run. So it's cool because I do team and training. So on Saturdays when we do our long runs, we have food out there, and so some chocolate milk I've learned is a good, and I love me some chocolate milk. So I'll have chocolate milk oftentimes after a run, or some hard boiled eggs. We always have hard boiled eggs out after our runs too. So try to get some protein and carbs both afterwards. So that's it, and I look forward to talking to you next Friday, and I'll think of some topics and maybe do a little poll even next week and see what you want to hear about. So feel free to post questions, email me questions, and let me know what you want to hear about and what kinds of things interest you, and we'll chat again next Friday. So I'm gonna, as you can see, I haven't taken a sip of this coffee yet while we've been sitting here, so I'm gonna drink some of my coffee now and get myself ready to go to work. We have a Shrek Junior performance this afternoon, so a short day at work before going to that. My daughter's been doing a musical day camp all week, and she is the donkey. So we're looking forward to seeing her perform and end our week that way on a good note after kind of a long week. And then go into a fun, like I said, I've got a race Sunday, and also it's my birthday on Sunday, so I am running my second half marathon on my birthday, and I'm looking forward to that. So I will talk to you all later, and I hope you all have a great weekend. And I hope that listening to this and hearing about my journey and some of the things that I do and some of my struggles helps you get to know me a little bit better. So I will talk to all of you later, and have a great weekend. Bye.